Here, God lives among his people. We pray today Psalm 84, but the antiphon, here God lives among his people, comes from the book of Revelation. And so immediately we think that this is a description about heaven, here or there, some far-off time and place that is beyond our full reach or grasp of understanding, certainly. And we're left with all of these visions and images from John. Some elicit more than a little fear about this image of judgment. But our understanding of the fact that Christ has come into the world, and what we'll certainly be articulating through the next several weeks in the season of Advent, is that Christ's presence isn't just a matter of some far-off time and place, but Christ has come into the world, and we can say that here, in the here and now, God lives among his people because he promises to be with us. We recognize and we celebrate that Christ has come into the world. He is present with us now, and there is still something greater yet to pass. And that's what keeps us hopeful amid the imperfect version, if you will, not God's imperfection, our imperfection that keeps us from the full vision of God's presence, that sometimes we struggle to recognize where God is. Sometimes we struggle to accept the gifts that he bestows upon us. Sometimes we resist them. Sometimes we miss them. Sometimes we misuse them. So we can say here, God dwells among his people. But there, in heaven, we will dwell with God. And I think there's a bit of a difference of what it means that God is with us and we are with God. You know, God is with us in a way that we sometimes fail to recognize. But when we will be with God, it will all be clear. It will all fall into place. And that's what stirs and fuels our sense of Christian living, is that what we experience now, what we recognize now, what we give thanks for now, that our God is with us, is that there will be something even greater still, a greater help, a greater strength, and we will be the best version of what we're called to be, what God has destined for us. And so we think about, and we'll be talking a lot about in Advent, celebrating Emmanuel, the name which means God is with us, as we strive to be with God more fully, more attentive, more accepting, more yes than no in what the Lord calls us to be. And that's the path that's marked out for us. So let's be thankful that the Lord does in fact mark out that path, and that he comes to us so that we can come to him. That's the heart of what it is to be a follower of Jesus, to accept him in our hearts and to allow him to bring to fruition, to bring to completion all that is in store, all that is intended, all that is planned.